Hey, lovely people out there, how are you all doing? This is your Star Guide Nikita, and welcome back to Nikki's Star Guide YouTube channel. As we all know, that Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and Jupiter is associated with blessings in astrology. And that is why Jupiter's placement through 12 zodiac signs plays a crucial role in defining how much a native would feel optimistic and lucky or blessed in this lifetime. Jupiter expands things. So, whichever sign Jupiter is placed in, whichever house Jupiter is posited in, the significations of that house and especially sign are going to be prominently seen in the life of native. There will be a protection provided by destiny in terms of the significations of wherever and whichever sign Jupiter is placed in. In today's video, let's try to understand how Jupiter is blessing us through its placement and what kind of relationship one would share with their gurus, with their father, or what kind of morals and principles and belief system one would have in this lifetime with the help of Jupiter's placement. Jupiter being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of the Kalpurus Kundali, it also represents or it also governs the significations such as loss or foreign travel or blessings through the progeny. Let's dive deep into the today's topic and stay tuned till the end. And if you want to take a professional consultation from me regarding your horoscope, then you can send an email to nikkistarguide@gmail.com, and all the details are given in the description section. One more thing I would like to mention here is Jupiter literally means the Jiva. So if Sun represents a soul, then Jupiter is the Jiva. Jupiter represents the optimism level or the enthusiasm level in our horoscope. It represents the prana, and that is why it is representing the Akash Sattva or the ether element. Jupiter in Aries is a friendly placement for planet Jupiter because Mars and Jupiter share a friendly bond with each other. Jupiter receives directional strength in the first house of Kalpurush Kundali, and Aries being the first house sign of Kalpurush Kundali, we can say that Jupiter is comfortable, favorable, and strongly placed in the sign of Aries. Now, the sign of Aries is a fiery, action-oriented, instinct-based sign where a person simply likes to take quick action, and now Jupiter being the ultimate guru and the giver of happiness, knowledge, being in a friendly sign makes a person walk on a righteous path, set and followed as per the dharma. Such people are headstrong and firm about the philosophy that they follow. Aries being a dharma trikona sign and Jupiter being the karaka of dharma, this makes a hardcore religious people who want to protect the dharma. So sometimes this can happen, sometimes there might be alteration in this theory depending upon Jupiter's overall dignity in the chart. This also makes a person very much active as Aries is all about taking action and Jupiter is expansion. They have tons of energy to read, to expand their knowledge, to work. Depending upon the house Jupiter is placed in the horoscope, it shows that one would want to lead with example and form new rules as well. They want to follow a unique path in the areas of life that are represented by the houses ruled by Jupiter and the house it's placed in. At times, the courageous, bold actions and impulsive decisions might lead you towards some kind of loss, either in your personality or in your life. It also shows that you carry forward the values, traditions of your family, the teachings of your father in your life. You take inspired actions when it comes to your marriage, your relationship, or be it any other aspect of your life, be it about taking any decision. If you want to know whether Jupiter is working smoothly and giving good results over here or not, then assess the amount of foresightedness you carry towards your life vision. The more you are able to turn your dreams into reality, the more you can foresee the upcoming events of life. The more direct, righteous, confident you are in the approach, the better the Jupiter will become in your chart. Children, higher education, travel, having a solid sense of self, remaining optimistic in life will help you make the best of this placement. Now, in order to elevate this placement, to make the best of this, here a person must look after his fixed views. Yes, of course, you have a strong sense of knowingness with this Jupiter in Aries, and there is nothing wrong to work towards serving others or accomplishing your goals with strong belief system. Just make sure to be polite in the journey, understanding and not dominating. You love to be on your own, so always try to enhance the brighter side of this placement and at the same time learn to value others' opinions as well. Use your Martian and Jupiterian energy into guiding people for the betterment of their personality and develop the skills of interdependence and not extreme independence. This will help you focus on growing higher and higher in life. Jupiter in Taurus is a placement where both the gurus are meeting each other through the relation between a planet and a sign. As we all know that Jupiter being the Dev Guru and Venus being the Asura Guru, these two share enmity with each other. But remember, these two are the greatest of the gurus of all time. And now Jupiter, the planet of expansion, growth, and happiness, is being placed in the sign of Taurus, which is an earthy, luxurious, and artistic sign. This makes a person focus more on wealth generation, their food eating habits, building the secure foundation for themselves and their family becomes the ultimate goal with this placement, where a person is very good with numbers, finance, accountancy, or simply anything to do with money matters. They may put on weight very easily or may love to rest for the more time at intervals. The natural ninth and 12th house lord, Jupiter, has now come to the second house of the natural Kalpurush Kundali, shows that the native would earn name, respect, and fame for the family. They will bring fortune to their family, and earning name for themselves and the family will be one of the focal points of their life. At at one point of life, they are likely to get relocated away from the family, either for education purpose or for career purpose. In order to attain growth in life, these things are going to be necessary for individuals having Jupiter in Taurus. Mastering one's speech and mastering one's food eating pattern, finances, and keeping in check of your moral principles is the key to keep the Jupiterian energies intact over here. The more stability you are able to attain in various aspects of life, the better you would feel. So, staying focused on the long term goals helps you, and at the same time, not ignoring health should be a priority. Now, to elevate this placement of Jupiter in Taurus and to grow higher in life, here a person must keep an eye on their food eating habits. Consumption of sweets can exceed, which may cause issues regarding health. Here, a person naturally gets inclined towards generating wealth, comfort, and security from various resources, as Jupiter represents the wealth factor, both in terms of finances and in terms of knowledge as well. Whereas Venus and Taurus, both these things represent the same thing, especially more on the wealth side. So, the person must not forget to nurture and cherish their creative side of their personality, and one must not ignore the soul growth part as well. By taking timely breaks and by keeping some distance from the mundane life activities, one can attain good results with this placement. Remember, Jupiter in Taurus can make someone a very hardworking person. So, you have to be mindful about your routine as well and do not ignore your health for work and wealth. After being in the luxurious sign of Taurus, now the Guru Brihaspati has entered into the house of Prince Mercury, where Jupiter is asked to cope up a little bit and adjust as they both don't get along well with each other. So now Gemini being an air sign and Jupiter representing the Akash Tattva, here a person naturally becomes a public speaker, someone who loves to share their knowledge with others. So it's a good placement for those into the professions such as teaching, public speaking, or into marketing, business, academic work, creative individuals, etc. Such a person can discuss each and everything under the sky with you without getting bored, and these people are charming, enthusiastic, and lively in their own overall approach towards gaining knowledge, knowing new things, and growing in life. Jupiter, being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of Kalpurush Kundali, is now placed in the natural third house sign of the Kalpurush Kundali of Gemini, shows that you bring luck and fortune to your sibling in some way. You will be traveling to various places. Travel brings inspiration and positivity in your life. The subjects such as politics, history, religion, technology bring meaning to your life. You are keen about these things of life. You end up being the one who kind of challenges the ideologies of your father and set up a new pathway in certain aspects of your life. In short, you become the one who does things differently than your family in some way or the other. The more you focus on learning, education, presenting your knowledge in front of the world without getting shy, the better this placement becomes. Now, in order to elevate this placement of Jupiter in Gemini and to make the best of this, a person must practice the art of self assessment and self reflection. Being an air sign, you already have the charm and the skills regarding how to make an impact with your knowledge. Use your intellectual skills and knowledge properly, or I would say wisely, by practicing patience, setting up a higher purpose, and then you are ready to shine your light into this world. Such people can also read, write, and share good things with others. So, enhance this placement of your chart and the aspect of your personality. You can do well in the creative entrepreneurship related work. Don't be in a hurry. Always practice patience and the habit of doing thorough research before making final decision. Now Devguru Brihaspati has reached its favorite destination. Yes, you guessed it right. Jupiter gets exalted in the sign of Cancer, ruled by planet Moon. So definitely this is a great placement. Jupiter feels strong, super happy, and super comfortable over here. Now, Cancer being the watery sign and Jupiter represents the Akash Tattva. This makes a person naturally strong yet compassionate in their philosophy. They have rooted principles, views, and overall approach in life. They have got a good clarity and vision for their life. Cancer being the motherly sign and Jupiter being the ultimate compassionate and full of wisdom type of planet, this makes a person an inherent teacher, advisor, nurturer. These people are very much aware of their own mind and they carry the light of the highest wisdom and knowledge within their hearts. Jupiter, being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of Kalpurush Kundali, is now coming to the 4th house sign of Cancer, shows that your mother could also be a very wise, knowledgeable, and respected individual. You yourself are a wise, knowledgeable individual. Whichever house is ruled by Jupiter in your horoscope, and the house where Jupiter is placed will see rise, growth, positivity, and refined experiences in the aspects of life represented by Jupiter in your chart, depending upon its rulership and its placement as well. You bring optimism, understanding, and positivity to the people around you, to the situations around you, seeking knowledge, having a stable family, and a beautiful life at home and decorating your sanctuary helps in gaining better results with this placement of Jupiter. You can be working as a teacher, as an advisor, a guide, or a consultant, or you can even be a part of management team in any career that you are in. You might be interested in investing in real estate. If this Jupiter is well placed and other yogas are supporting, then you will have multiple properties. Also, with having Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, it shows that there is a huge impact and influence of your mother on your upbringing, on your life, on your ideologies as well. Now, to make the best of this beautiful exalted placement of Jupiter, here a person must appreciate and enhance their intuitiveness. The more they are willing to spread love, care, divine wisdom with others, the more they feel connected with the universal energy. So don't shy away from sharing what you believe in. Remember, the world truly needs empathetic and knowledgeable personalities like you. You have the ability to bring change into this world through sharing divine vibes. So always focus on enhancing the aspect of your personality in this manner. Take timely breaks, rejuvenate yourself, and you are all set to spread the vibe of love, care, and empathy in this big, wide world. Now, Jupiter has entered into the sign of Leo, his best friend's son's house. So, as we all know, when two like minded friends come together and they form a team and they work towards a similar goal, they shine the brightest, right? So, this is what happens with this placement of Jupiter. The royal sign of Leo is a fiery sign. Jupiter does well over here, being the karaka of the natural fifth house of the Kalpurush Kundali, and Leo being that sign. This placement makes the person stand out from the crowd, where the person is pretty confident about their beliefs, about their morals, principles, and ideologies, and these people are gifted, creative individuals as well. Luck favors these individuals. It's easy for these individuals to get happy, healthy, and attain fame, name, and authority in this life. These people are always on the go, they are courageous, and they have a leading personality. Um, they know that what they want in this life and how they want to get those things. Have you seen someone who isn't afraid to raise their opinion in front of thousands of individuals? Someone who isn't afraid to raise their voice regarding the bad deeds, to applaud the good deeds happening in the world, who takes pride in trying to bring awareness in this world? Then these kind of energies can be seen with this placement of Jupiter in Leo. Bright like a star while emitting the positive, confident, creative, and highly knowledgeable vibes. Jupiter being in the natural ninth and 12th house, ruler of the Kalpurush Kundali, is now placed in the 5th house sign of Leo, shows that you are an inherently optimistic, determined individual, firm about your belief system in life. You have a joyous attitude, master of various art forms, well read, and follows the religious and spiritual practices wholeheartedly. Progeny brings happiness for these individuals, and rise in fortune in your life happens when you get married and especially when you give birth to the children or you become a parent. Jupiter in Leo can make a native overconfident about their decision making, so avoid taking unnecessary risks. Avoid falling into the trap of excessive enjoyment, fun, pleasure through betting, gambling. This applies especially if Jupiter is afflicted or posited in not so compatible houses of horoscope. This is a good placement to earn wealth through education, network circle, advisory work. So try to be on top when it comes to educating yourself on particular topics and aspects of your life liking. There is an innate desire to be authoritative person in this life, and you can do anything to get there. Now, to elevate this placement and to make the most of this, here the person must get involved in reading scriptures that you like, engaging in different creative pursuits, hobbies, as Leo is the original fifth house sign of Kalpurush Kundali. The more exposure you give yourself and to your talents, inherent gifts, the more better this Jupiter will become. Keep an eye on not being overconfident about your knowledge, wisdom. Do not let it develop ego in your personality. Learn to have healthy self esteem and learn to respect others' opinions as well. You can do well in government related work, teaching, leadership roles, um, and remember that one of your biggest forte is to be your best self, to spread enthusiasm and keep being your lively self, and that inspires others as well. Jupiter has entered the Mool Trikona sign of planet Mercury, that is Virgo, an earthy, dual-natured sign, where the ultimate teacher or guru, Brihaspati, is asked to focus more on the technical side of life than just being focused on the philosophical part of life. So Virgo is the sign of calculations, analytical thinking, as well as healing. Here, a person with this placement is a pro at handling day-to-day tasks and routine life. They will experiment a lot with their routine life. These people are good at debates related to analytical topics, intellectual talks, and anything related to finance management as well. The job or their routine life becomes a priority for these individuals, and it should be a priority in order for Jupiter to give good results over here. These people love to read, learn, and to be able to become a well versed and up to date person. Jupiter, being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of the Kalpurush Kundali, is now coming to the 6th house sign of Virgo, shows that the main focus is being put on the health aspect of native's personality. You can be highly interested or even fluent in exercise, meditation, medication, healing therapies, gardening, etc. This placement of Jupiter supports career into the fields of banking, finance, doctor, any type of healthcare professional, lawyer, healer, advisor of some sort. You can be charitable, contributing towards the betterment of humanity in some way. Shows that you might have to take up a loan for the higher education at some point of your life. Your father could have been a very particular and strict kind of a personality who has instilled the value of discipline in you. Here, to make the most of this placement, of this intellectual placement of Jupiter, the person must understand that Virgo demands us to back up our knowledge with technical details and facts, while Jupiter likes to explore, expand freely in terms of wisdom and philosophy. So first of all, don't let this two opposite energies create contradiction in your mind. Understand the needs and wants of these two different poles and blend them together than trying to focus more on only one of them. And you will be able to be at peace with this placement. The biggest advantage of Jupiter being in Virgo is that the person is creative, enthusiastic, intellectual, and has a lot of empathy for others in their mind. You can do great in business or job where you need to serve other people with the help of inherent talents that you have or your skill sets. Now the divine guru Jupiter has reached to the kingdom of the gurus of Asuras, that is Venus's house, the Mool Trikona sign of Libra of Venus, which is all about dealing with other people, connecting with the masses, and especially with the people of opposite sex. Here, the focus is now being put on the relationship aspect of life. So, the Aries sign of Libra is now occupied with the planet Jupiter, the planet which represents wisdom. Hence, a person with this placement automatically becomes a relationship advisor. They love to learn and expand their knowledge regarding all things that are represented by the sign of Libra, such as luxury, refinement, relationships. So here a person can be seen as a guru in the network circle. They crave for fineness, elegance, and lots of love, affection, safety, and security when it comes to forming a relationship or being with someone in a relationship or marriage or even in a business partnership. These people are lucky when it comes to having a set of luxury cars, or they are good at business as well. So here a person focuses more on their relationship aspects because Libra is the original sign of relationships and union and marriage. These people are wealthy, healthy, and always try to lead a harmonious life. Jupiter, being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of the Kalpurush Kundali, is now placed into the 7th house sign of Libra, indicates that through dealing with other people, your luck rises. Shows that your father either started to excel in his life after getting married, or if Jupiter is afflicted or combust or weak over here, then it shows that they might have gone through some troublesome situations in their life. You gain authority, recognition, respect after marriage, and your spouse is someone who is highly philosophical, learned individual, someone who is wise, and they can even have identical values like your father. Regardless of the gender, when you listen to your spouse's advice, you rise higher in life. Health concerns should be treated on time with displacement of Jupiter, especially the health related to liver and kidneys. Now, to enhance this diplomatic, relationship oriented side of Jupiter in Libra, here a person must have control over the habit of spending out of proportion, as Venus is luxury and Jupiter is expansion, and Libra is all about liquid money, enjoyment in life as well. So, look out for having balanced expenditure. You could be a good listener, a relationship counselor, an entrepreneur as well. So, focus more on these aspects of life. Don't get too much indulged into expanding materialistic pleasures in your life. Stretch and nurture your ability to serve the masses with the help of your ability to look at things in an unbiased way, and you will find out the biggest treasure hidden within yourself. Now, Jupiter has entered into the sign of Scorpio. Again, this is a friendly placement for planet Jupiter, as Mars and Jupiter's energy is being combined over here, and these two share a friendly relation. Scorpio is a deep, dark, watery place. Scorpio is all about digging deep, researching, and finding out the truth. So, Jupiter is all about expansion, knowledge, gurus, and guidance, as well as wisdom. So, people with this placement are inherent investigators. They have all the qualities that of a detective. They do not just notice other people's personality, but they are like walking CCTV cameras who are trying to decode the meaning behind what is being said and what is actually hidden behind the closed doors. Such people have a strong sense of self and they have a strong sense of intuition as well. Such people can get highly suspicious of anything to everything as they are constantly trying to decode something or the other. The sign of Scorpio carries the energies of the 8th house of Kalpurus Kundali, which is all about hidden things, hidden transformation, growth through suffering. That's how we can sum this up when it comes to Jupiter and Scorpio. The energies here are quite mysterious, rooted in the unknown realms. Hence, to handle such a turbulent energy, Jupiter is one of the best suited planet into the sign of Scorpio. As Jupiter brings enlightenment and awareness in the aspects of life represented by the zodiac sign it's placed in and wherever it aspects. Being the natural 9th and 12th house ruler, is now placed in the 8th house sign of Scorpio shows that there might be certain differences of opinions with your father, gurus, or authorities during the initial years of life or your career. Or it might take some time to find a guru figure in your life. If further Jupiter is afflicted along with Sun or ninth lord in your horoscope, then it indicates issues in your father's life as well. You might grow well when you relocate at a long distance place from your place of birth. You can be a master of occult sciences. Here, to elevate this deep, intense, mysterious placement of planet of expansion Jupiter, one must learn to maintain a fine line between being overly sensitive and intense. One moment you would get overwhelmed, while on the other, you may come up as a strong willed, stubborn person regarding particular aspects of your life. You may even feel stagnant at times, so balance it out, cleanse your aura at time, and listen to your intuition. Daily do some research as it gives you a sense of fulfillment and peace of mind. You may meet partners who consider you to be highly intense and passionate person. So learn to accept yourself as you are without letting anyone else label you as too much. Your overall optimism and the ability to cope up with the things in life, such as finding a right guru or finding a particular ideology in life, will build slowly, and transformations in your life can get expanded. So instead of complaining and blaming your luck, work on how to surf the tide Now Jupiter has entered into his own house of Sagittarius, Jupiter's most Trikona sign, where Jupiter feels super strong, super confident, and happy. Jupiter is now free to work as per its own terms. This makes a person highly knowledgeable, and these are the individual who have the ability to manifest their principles, their higher wisdom into their life. They can craft their lives as per their own individual principles and morals. They get to live on their own terms in life. These people are considered to be highly respectable in the society. Honor recognition from the authorities, government, and family is likely to be received during this lifetime. These are the inherent teachers, preachers, and people come to them to ask for advice. These people are well versed in many subjects in life. They crave for more and more wisdom, authority, higher education, knowledge, and their whole life pattern is all about learning and expanding and updating their lives and then sharing that with others. This shows that the Jiva or the life force that is Jupiter is highly charged up in the native's personality. At certain age, this Jupiter gives rise in the status of the native, shows that your father could be a very wise, highly learned, strict, authoritative person who has instilled these qualities in you as well. If Jupiter is afflicted or placed in certain houses or is highly combust, then this can make a person overambitious or underconfident. It can make a person overconfident at times in terms of being egoistic about their beliefs, about their viewpoints. And on the other hand, if Jupiter is weakly placed or is receiving some malefic aspects, then it can make a person doubt their own wisdom and knowledge. So, one of the most important thing with this placement is that these people can have the perspective of it's my way or the highway kind of approach in life, which only needs some work. Other than that, this is a great placement. So, remaining humble and content is the key here. Now, to elevate this placement and to bring best of this placement, one must follow a guru in life. So it can either be their father or a literal guru in their life. The more they will respect their gurus and authority and the people that they admire, the more growth, prosperity, and knowledge will come their way. Sometimes they can be too much into giving and they can exhaust themselves. So have a hold on it. Take timely breaks. You love to teach, preach, guide, and research, but look after your overall well being as well. Do not try to preach and teach to those who do not value your innate desire to help those in need. So, with this placement, you can even travel across the globe. You can have people of different cultural backgrounds in your network circle, and traveling brings luck to you. So, be positive, goal oriented, cheerful, active, and stay away from negativity. Now, Jupiter has traveled till the 10th sign of the Kalpurash Kundali of Capricorn, the domain of planet Saturn, where Jupiter gets debilitated. Saturn is known for its logical approach, practicality, and coldness, whereas Jupiter kind of carries opposite energies than what Saturn represents over here, or the Capricorn sign represents over here. So Jupiter feels happy when it's on his own. He doesn't like to be calculative and practical and rigid mainly. So Jupiter feels uncomfortable over here and Jupiter gets debilitated here. Capricorn is all about duties, responsibilities, status, money, performing the karma, being disciplined. So here Jupiter is asked to function as per the strict, rigid rules of Saturn. And as we all know, Jupiter and Saturn share a neutral relationship with each other. So here, a person is mainly focused on attaining ample amount of resources. Financial prosperity becomes the ultimate goal over here through the karma that they perform. So here, a person may feel hesitated or restricted to express their deepest desires openly. They can mainly focus on the technical and mundane side of life up to certain age, depending upon the other key placements. And later on in life, they will start looking for the soul progress. They make good financial planners, as Jupiter is wisdom and the karaka of finance in astrology, as well as knowledge. And here it is getting utilized into achieving success through constant efforts in one direction. Capricorn is the sign which is fond of acquiring wealth, name, status, and fame. Jupiter being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of Kalpurush Kundali, when debilitated, placed into the sign of Capricorn, indicates that the native creates their own luck rather than relying on the luck factor. Some of the past life karmas has caused certain barriers in the present life scenario, depending upon the houses ruled by Jupiter in your chart and the house where Jupiter is placed. The native has to be determined in the action, and having clarity in the vision is necessary. Shows that your own health or your father's health can be a matter of concern for you, especially if further Sun and Ninth Lord are weakly placed in the chart. In terms of career, you will make a hard-working, determined individual, as the energies of the natural ninth and 10th house ruling planets are being combined over here. Now, to elevate this placement of debilitated Jupiter, um, here a person must remember that if other placements in a chart are not supporting, then the person may become too much of a materialistic person and can neglect the need to acquire higher wisdom or to follow a kind of a sattvic or um, spiritual oriented path and be rooted in a philosophy in life, which is the main significance of Dev Guru Brihaspati, right? So always try to have balanced between yourself and others and learn the value of expressing your emotions, nurturing the relationships, the personal life with compassion. Another placement where the planet of divine wisdom, Jupiter, is now being asked to follow the guidelines of strict taskmaster Saturn. Now it has entered into the Mool Trikona sign of Saturn, which is Aquarius, the airy, scientific, visionary, yet eccentric and humanitarian, knowledge-seeking sign. So here, the divine wisdom of Jupiter and the desire to innovate something unique for the betterment of the humanity is coming together. Hence, such people are all about bringing some major change, revolution into the society with the help of their out-of-the-box ideas, views, and they do it in an innovative manner. They are those who are ultra-modern, sometimes weird, eccentric, but out-of-the-box, innovative, guru kind of individuals, explorers who believe in walking on a pathway that is less traveled till now. Jupiter being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of the Kalpurush Kundali is now coming to the 11th house sign of Aquarius, where Jupiter is the karaka of the 11th house. It supports the financial growth, gives expansion, and forming a huge network circle and makes the native stand out amongst the fellow peers. Fortune rises after the birth of the child, and such individual instills good qualities in their children's personality. Earnings through foreign resources, foreign land, consulting, banking related work, invention, technology, research, law, medicine, healing industry is very much possible and favorable for these individuals. The Jupiter here makes you a likable personality in terms of socializing with people in your network circle, enabling you to be successful, a visionary leader in the society. Jupiter being the planet of expansion, it expands the desires and hopes and wishes of the native out of proportion at times. So make sure to have a clear vision in your mind and a supportive, rational goal and planning in place to make that dream come into reality. So, to make the most of this visionary humanitarian placement of Jupiter in Aquarius, a person must get mingled with the large network circle. They must follow their own instinct in order to come up with something unique and innovative through which they will be able to serve and empower the humanity. Look out for not being too much quirky or eccentric or moody at times and learn to explain it to others while protecting and fighting for what is right according to you. Use your exceptional intellectual thought process to tackle with the people whom you don't align with. These people can be true rebel when it comes to following a particular cause or fighting for a cause or philosophy or a principle in life. So, being a part of non-profit organizations will also help, and always end up doing what they want to do. So, you don't like to like to get labeled, or you don't like to judge others. So, focus more on these unique traits of your personality, and you will surely be remembered for showing a new unique path to your whole generation. The final destination for planet Jupiter into its own sign of Pisces, where the main focus is now being put on rest, rejuvenation, spirituality, otherworldly things, subconscious mind, salvation, creativity, and isolation. So, the sign of Pisces provides a perfect, secluded, spiritual, deep environment, and yet creative environment to its owner Jupiter, where Jupiter makes the native inclined towards meditation, research, and aim for attaining moksha by practicing detachment. So, here, a person with this placement is a natural healer, helper, someone who is full of wisdom, knowledge, philosophy, someone who loves to be isolated from the crowd and the mundane life issues from time to time. They are deep thinkers, excellent spiritual speakers or writers, even poets or artisans are born with this placement. They have understood what life is before anyone else in this whole wide world. Jupiter being the natural ninth and 12th house ruler of the Kalpurush Kundali, when placed in the 12th house sign of Pisces, indicate that you are built differently than others. You don't fear losing something as much as other individuals do. You are a good hearted individual who believes in charity, in being good and doing good. You are highly creative, innovative, and if other yogas support, then you can give one of the rarest gifts to the humanity through your vision, creativity, and wisdom. Jupiter here gives you ample amount of opportunities to travel, and when you travel, you feel free. You expand into your best self. You become your best self when you explore philosophy, explore literature, or get involved in creative aspects. Shows that father could be either absent during the childhood or he can be very much charitable as well. If afflicted or combust in certain houses, this can show loss of interest in attaining formal education and more focus on applying the inherent wisdom in the mundane world. More inclination towards being a professional of some sort and earning your livelihood, or in the opposite scenario, disinterest in mundane life duties is also possible. Now, to elevate this beautiful and serene placement of planet Jupiter, here a person must not neglect the basic responsibilities of a human being that has to be performed in this lifetime. And no matter how much you want to get rid of the cycle of death and rebirth, until we human finish our pending karma and learn our lessons, we must walk on this path of life. So try not to escape the mundane life tasks, and keep the option of isolating yourself and spending secluded time a little aside. So don't get lost in your own thought and try to be present. Sometimes you may shy away from expressing yourself, but the fact is that you have understood life's zest in the most positive and spiritual way possible, in the most deepest way possible. And the world needs more of that. So keep doing research and keep presenting yourself and your thoughts in front of the world in a knowledgeable way possible.